I just found a brand new AI agent that just killed Claude CoWork by giving you one-click access to OpenClaw. And you genuinely don't want to miss this because it's the easiest and the cheapest way for you to be able to deploy OpenClaw online right now. And this new agent is your personal assistant powered by OpenClaw, but it doesn't require any model deployment. It's always on 24/7 and it integrates with Telegram, Discord, Slack, and WhatsApp so you can run it from any device anytime. In addition to that, it comes preloaded with more than 10,000 high-impact expert skills that allow you to begin to automate things immediately. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what this tool is, how you could set it up, and some pretty crazy use cases you could use it for. So that brand new upgrade that we're talking about is going to be MaxClaw right here, which you're going to be able to find inside of Minimax, because you could see right here that this is going to be powered by Minimax M2.5. It's coming to mobile soon, and this is your 24/7 personal assistant. This is going to allow you to name it, to shape its personality, and it remembers every conversation and preference. It's always on, you have zero wait, you're live in 10 seconds, and you're running 24/7 in the cloud, and it's right where you need it. It's accessible in your daily apps without expanding support for more, and as we can see right here, it's available on Telegram, WhatsApp, Discord, Slack, so you can interact with it when you're on the go or wherever you are. So in order to get started with this, we're literally just going to come over here. We're going to click on Start Now, and I am going to set this up right now, live with you. So we can see right here that this is going to give us access to a bunch of different experts. What I'm actually going to do is I am going to go through and I'm going to go with default right here, but you could select a configuration if you're doing something specific like multi-agent trading, or if you're doing something with visuals or doing something with images or something along the lines of that. I'm just going to go with default right here, and then we could always customize this later on. But it's literally as simple as us just clicking, I'm ready right here. And this is going to give you a full stack tool set without any extra API costs. And it has access to image and video understanding, to web extraction, to search, to image, video generation, visual search, and seamless web deployment. And it's built in, it's all ready to go. You don't actually have to set anything up. And as we can see right here, this is all ready to go. We're going to say, great, are you live? What can you help with? I am a YouTuber. I'm just asking this just to kind of start the conversation here, but we could see that immediately this is live. It's powered by Minimax M2.5. If you don't know what that model is, it's basically Minimax's equivalent to Opus 4.6. So it's great at agentic tasks. It's great at coding, and it's amazing to have this power something. In fact, my version of OpenClaw that I have set up in addition to this, guess what? I have Minimax power. So this right here goes through, wants us to name it right here, and it tells us that it can actually help us with tons of different things here, which I am super excited about. But what I also needed to show you is I needed to show you that if we come over here into experts, you're going to be able to add all of these different experts in here. And this comes with more than 10,000 different experts. Let's say we want to maybe write a script. We could come over here and type in script writing, and guess what? This literally goes through and gives us a bunch of different experts on all of these different topics, and these are built in. There's more than 10,000 of them, and they're constantly getting added, constantly getting upgraded, and this is what's going to make MaxClaw so powerful for you. Now, before we go through the crazy use cases that you could use this for, I wanted to remind you that you could go to the pin comment below and get started with MaxClaw today, because MaxClaw is going to give you one-click instant access to OpenClaw, and this is absolutely the cheapest and most frictionless way for you to be able to access OpenClaw online, no debate. So what are you waiting for? Start building and automating your work in one click immediately if you go to the pinned comment below and get started with it today. So use case number one that I want to show you is actually going to have nothing to do with me being a content creator. I'm going to show you a use case for that in just a little bit, but the first use case I wanted to show you is, okay, the first thing I want to do is begin receiving leads 24/7. I want you to find me leads for my window washing business in Bozeman, Montana. I'm looking for you to find 10 to 20 leads per day at 9 a.m. Eastern. And then I want you to find their contact information and write up an outreach email that we could send to them that is personalized to them, the problems they might be having in their area based on weather and patterns, etc. So we're going to go through, we're going to give this as task, and then guess what? We could actually get this, because this is live 24/7, to remember this and actually do this every single day, and it's going to remember to do that. And then like that, on autopilot, we have this going through and finding leads for our business. And there are so many different things that you could do this for. You could have this find leads for your business. Maybe you are a content creator. You could have this find sponsorship opportunities. Look at this right here. It's going to ask a few questions right here. We could see that this is setting up the daily system right here. So we're just going to answer these 6 questions quick, and then this is going to run off and do it for us. So I just went through, I'm answering these questions right now, but what I really want to point out is how this is so proactive. Look at this right here. Do you want me to just draft them for your review each morning, or do you want me to auto send them? Auto send requires your email credentials, and it says that it could set it up either way. Now, I just want to set this up very quickly for the sake of this video. So I have this going through. I'm not going to have it do that. I'm just going to auto approve this. We can see that this is now going through. This is running this process right here, and this is doing everything in addition to actually updating its memory right here and remembering all the different things, all the different contexts, and then it has that so it can actually repeat this task every day. So we could see that this has now been set up right here. The daily leads is going to be active. This is going to run every day at 9 a.m. Eastern. It's going to find 10 to 20 commercial leads. It's going to check the weather in Bozeman each morning for personalized hooks. It's going to write a short, sharp email, and it's going to deliver it here for me to actually review. And then what I ask this is, hey, let's go ahead and run this right now. So it's going to run this right now so that we could test and see what it actually looks like. And just like that, this has now gone through and this has actually gathered all of this. So we have all of the different hotels. We have their contact information, which I'm going to have my editor blur out. We have the address. I'm also going to have my editor blur that out, but it tells us why they're a great lead. It gives us the subject right here. And this actually goes through exactly what we could send them and why it is going to work so well. Now, I have this in a preview right here, but we could actually get this to go through and actually email these leads also. And we could set this up on autopilot. So we have this business development agent right here that works nonstop. But that was just the first thing I wanted to show you. The next thing I wanted to show you is actually going to be related to my content creation. So I'm going to say here, the next task I want to do is related to my content creation. Can you please scan this website right here and find the latest 5 AI news stories / releases that might do well on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, which are the 4 platforms that I create content for. For each story, I want a summary of the update. I want 3 title ideas for each topic for YouTube, short form script for each, and a description / hashtags that might perform well on these platforms. We're going to go ahead, we're going to send this off, and then this is going to go ahead and do this. Now I'm going to do this backwards this time. I'm going to get this to run this for me just one time, and then we could set up the automation so that it happens all the time. Now, just like that, this went through and this completed this task. We have all of these updates here. We have YouTube titles, we have script hooks, we have hashtags. This is incredible because this makes my life so much easier. As a full-time content creator, this is probably where the majority of my time is spent, trying to find the latest AI news, trying to find angles that you guys are going to enjoy, coming up with titles, coming up with script hooks, coming up with hashtags. Now, this right here makes this incredibly easy. Guess what I could do? I could download different experts that actually make this really easy to do. In addition to that, I can also train this based on exactly how I want my video scripted and all of that. It will remember it and do it the same way every single time. Now, I don't want the value to stop there. This next thing that I'm going to show you right here is completely different than anything else that we have done yet. So I have this website over here, contentbuddy.ai. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, I run the website, and then we're going to put the website in here. Please give me new product features plus descriptions that I should build out every day. Now, what this is going to do is this is actually going to look at the website. This is going to go through. This is going to suggest me new product features and new descriptions. And then the other thing that I can actually get this to do is I can get this to code those out for me. So this now becomes not me approving different products or not me having to come up with different features. Guess what? This then is doing that for me and actually coding it out so I can play around with it and I can mess with it because this is powered by Minimax M2.5, which is insane at coding. Now look at this. This literally went through. This created my new feature roadmap. We have all of these different things right here, which is absolutely incredible. And guess what? I'm actually going to get this to go through and actually build one of these out. And this went through with all of these different optimizers. I mean, this literally came up with like 15 different ideas right here, a 30-day build sprint. And again, I could get this to go through and code up any of these that I want because it is so good at that. Now, that final use case that I wanted to show you right here is how we could actually go through and we could get this to create daily briefs for us. So I want this to basically be my personalized assistant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out a prompt right now about all the things that I want to be briefed on every single morning. And then we could actually get this set up. And again, this will integrate with any tool that you give it access to. So you could give it access to your calendar, to your Gmail, to anything that you want. So here's the prompt that I came up with. It's time for you to act like my personal assistant. Every day I want you to update me on what meetings I have that day, priority emails that I need to respond to, new features I should build for Content Buddy, new content ideas based on the search that we did. In addition to that, I want you to audit how I'm spending my time from the day before based on my calendar to recommend improvements. My goal is to finish work by 1 p.m. every day. I don't want to work to live. I want to live to work. And then we could go through, we could submit this, and this will actually set this up. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I would strongly suggest you check out this video right here that walks you through a bunch of other use cases that you could use Minimax for, because it's one of the most powerful AI models out there. That sounds interesting? I'll see you over there.